I may have a single item that was part of that day.
Into a disaster involving an amphibious tour boat. These vessels, known as duck boats, drive on land and cruise on water. During a violent storm, a duck boat sank on Table Rock Lake in Branson, Missouri. There were 31 people on board. 17 died, including the driver and 9 members of a family.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Oh, it's going under. He's going under.
A severe thunderstorm whipped up the wind and waves that battered the duck boat, which quickly took on water.
You are not going to want to miss today's episode, as we are in Branson, Missouri, where back in 2017 a duck boat goes on land and then it goes on water, and 17 people ended up passing away. We're not here to recover the people, they've already been recovered, but what we are here to do is we're here to actually dive on the site, because we've been contacted by some of the first responders that were there that day, as well as family members and just people that know about this, and they've asked us to come here to dive on the site to see if we can locate and recover any of their lost valuables. So that's today's mission, is to see if we can find some lost valuables and return them to loved ones. Stay tuned, you are not going to want to miss this episode. Security just rolled up and they said, you cannot launch your boat here. But then I started talking to them and told them, you know, who we are and what we're doing. And they said, oh, yeah, no, we're happy to have you here. But did you know you are 100% in the wrong location? We don't know who gave you those coordinates. Oh, wow. One of the captains I was just talking to was actually there that day. He pulled 2 of the bodies out. Wow. And he told me exactly where we need to go. It's also real near land, so like 80 to 100 feet offshore at a kind of semi-public access. So they have this ramp here where they would put the boats in. They would drive around the Branson Bell here, and then they would pull out at this ramp, and the boat was actually lined up directly with
right off the ramp.
Directly with the ramp, and they said just take the ramp straight out 80 feet down, and that's where you're going to find everything.
Oh, well.
Yep. So let's head over there.
Sounds good.
Talk to security, and then go from there. Alright, so we have suit, fins, gloves, hood. Alright, we've never put 4 people in here before. Actually, we have, just not with gear.
4 people with gear.
So you're over here. The 2 boys are up at the front. By show of hands, who's already impressed? Yeah. Yeah, me too. Alright, we'll see you over there. So let me put my arm around you so I don't fall out the boat.
Like oh. What a bunch of buffoons. What a bunch of buffoons.
So 2 people actually jumped off of the Branson Bell here with life jackets on to help save them.
Try to save, wow.
Most of the people on the duck boat did not have life jackets.
Well, yeah.
And with that one, I don't know how many perished. I know 7. I don't know how many survived.
Yeah. 17, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. But with he said that the bodies were really scattered because of the weather that day, that they floated and drifted. And the boat, like I said, it rolled down and settled about 80 feet deep.
That's wild.
They have recovered the boat, but none of the personal effects.
Gotcha.
So if you take 270 minus 190 or 180 and 80.
Should be 90.
90. 270 and 90?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll be close.
Audio? We're good with audio? Alright, we should be good to go. Here we go. Alright, 270 is where we're gonna go. Currently down at 9 feet. There's the end of the ramp right there. All right, here's where it starts dropping down. Currently 25 feet. Golf ball. Yeah, we'll pick the golf ball up. Kind of getting silty here, so hopefully we're just breaking through what's called a thermocline. Thermocline will hold like some algae and stuff in there, as well as the temperature will change. Once we get underneath of that, it should start clearing up again. Down to 50 feet now. Old barrel down here. Alright, see, getting under that thermocline. See how it's starting to clear up again? Alright, so now we're at 60 feet. I think we really want to like kind of scan this really good as we're coming down. Nice and slow. Identify anything. Why is my thing all the way down here? Like, why is that not floating? Well, that doesn't work too well. I'm not happy with that. Oh well. Alright, so here's where that cliff wall is. We're told it drops down to 80 feet from there. Alright, I think we're coming to the bottom here. Maybe not. Well, we're down to the 83-foot mark. There's a lot of silt that's already settled in down here as well. I mean, the personal effects could be 6 to 12 inches under the silt. Alright, well, I feel like we've kind of gone to the left, so let's go to the right a little bit. Anything we can spot as we come up the shelf here. Now, one of the things we did is we went down to the deepest before we started zigzagging back and forth, making our way back up. You always want to go to your deepest first, and then work on coming back up. There's just nothing down here, Sam. I wonder if other divers have already been down here. I'm sure they have been. There's a big diving community here. Every time I find a can, I'm hoping like we're gonna find like a spot of like big debris, but I think these are just random pop cans from throughout the years. My current reading, 37 feet, 24-minute dive time, 11:58 for air, 3100 on my pony model still.
Today's episode sponsor is 03 Custom Dry Suits. The 9090 is my new current favorite dry suit. So if you need a dry suit, a wetsuit, hoods, gloves, wet gloves, dry gloves, 03 Custom Dry Suits will be able to hook you up. One of the things I really like, the P-zipper. That's right, I use that little guy all the time. You can get extra pockets put on, whatever it is you need, they will custom a dry suit for your needs. Check them out in the link description below. We could not be out here doing it without their support. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I got down to 85 feet. I looked, I saw Jared down there. He's fine, he's happy. I couldn't find anything. Huh. It's really, of course, it's a really big area. I started getting tangled up in this, so I decided to start making my ascent.
And have you identified where it might have crashed?
Yeah, I couldn't see anything, not a thing. No, nothing.
Huh.
I found some water bottles, some cans. Other than that, just basic trash.
Well, fingers crossed for Jared. He's over there.
Alright, we're coming up on 20 feet now. At 20 feet, you'll watch. You can trigger timer here. So now you see it has safety stop at 20 feet for 3 minutes. Nice, because I'm zigzagging up the hillside here. So I don't have to just stay in one spot. Big clamshell. Kind of cool for a freshwater lake. Kind of a weird zip tie string there.
I'd have found a jacket that belonged to somebody. You know, this is definitely a debris cleanup as far as garbage. As far as items from, you know, the incident that day, I may have one item that I found. All right, Shelly, you ready to see what we found? I know it's Trinity. All right, so the one and only item that may have been a part of this, and I didn't check the pockets or empty it out, Kent. Was there anybody by the name of Kent that day from, it was an automotive technician? I don't know. But this is a pin. A couple of rocks. Nothing big there. A few more rocks, nothing in there. And nothing on the inside pockets. So Kent. Yeah, so we have no evidence whether there was a Kent on board or if this just happens to be another jacket that was in the water. The rest of it, like I said, was just turned into a debris cleanup, which is always good to get this out of the environment. Absolutely nothing of real value. Oh, actually, I have something special for you, Trinity. It's not the golf ball. I've never seen a clamshell that big ever before in fresh water. There might be a pearl inside of it. Oh, look, there's a pearl inside of it. Ah! All right. There you go, Trinity.
Thank you.
There's your reward for today. Maverick. I don't have like anything like really cool. I have no idea. That's like, looks like part of a belt or something. I got that for you. Or a brake pad. If you're into brake pads, you collect brake pads? No? All right, how about
this here?
Wait. Oh yeah. We have a piece of a vacuum.
Yeah, for when you're doing chores at home.
Yeah.
There you go.
You do chores at home? That'll help you at home? Do chores? All right. I do have another clamshell. You want a clamshell? All right, there's a clamshell for you. Thanks for coming out, Maverick. I really don't have anything else there, Sam.
Yeah, that's all we found was this trash and that coat.
So with Branson here, they have an incredible diving community. So they may have already, you know, made their way down here to recover some of these lost items, return them to the loved ones. If you have not, and you are part of the Branson community, or you plan on doing a dive, make your way over here to the north ramp over here at the Branson Bell. Jump down there, see if you can find any of these lost items and help bring them back to their family members. On that note, Sam, I had a fun dive. It was fun to relax on this 2020 road trip where we had really no other like pressing mission. It was a relaxing dive.
And visibility was great. We could see each other, communicate with each other. It was just really awesome.
Yeah, so thanks for being here with me. That's it for now. We'll see you on the next one. If you've not already done so, subscribe, hit the like button, all that fun stuff. We'll see you next time. Later. Bye-bye.